this team just finds new ways to make me mad and make me depressed. You know? But yeah, what is going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another sad day. Yeah, it's a sad day. You know, this this stretch that we had embarked in Detroit, in Kansas City, 7 games against two very bad teams that we should have been able to dispose of. I mean, if we were playing our best, we should have at least, taken 4 out of these 7. And you see the title. One win. One win in the 7-game road trip against two teams that are trash. They have some young talent, but they're not on our level. No. No. Offense didn't show up in Detroit. Pitching failed us again and again and again. And it's like, I think our bullpen is just feeling the effects of what we had to do in April. Because a lot of teams were doing this thing where their starters were only going about 5 innings, and then their bullpen would come in there, and I think we're starting to feel the effects of it. Eli Morgan, a guy who we once thought was unhittable, well, he's very hittable. In fact, most of the runs he's given up have wound up going over the fence. I mean, there's like nothing I can really say. I mean, damn. Going to Kansas City, you're facing freaking who did we even face in these games? I know yesterday we faced Heasley or whatever. People were like, "Oh my god, bro! If we get shut down by Heasley, bro, we're screwed. We're cooked." I knew we were probably going to beat up on Heasley because we did that in Cleveland when we played them in Cleveland a while back. Like, we can beat up on the scrubby, bummy pitchers for the most part, except if you're the Tigers. We make, their pitchers look amazing, but I think it's all about development too. You can just tell AJ Hinch has put his grubby hands all over that team. For some reason, we cannot beat an AJ Hinch team. We couldn't really beat him in Houston, and it's going to probably be the same thing here. And just think, once Chris Ilitch decides to be like his dad and start spending money again, Detroit is going to be a menace in the division. We got to respond. And hopefully, David Blitzer will, put a little influence on the Dolans and be like, "Listen, Dolans, I'm here now. My wallet is your wallet. Let's spend some money, man. Let's make this team good." We have a dominant farm system, too. Like, we can be the menace that we were, in the early, mid-2010s when Tito first got here. But, yeah, Tito, my God, bro. Does he even care anymore? Does this dude, even care what's going on? I believe this is the last year of his contract. So it would make sense if he just doesn't care. Maybe in his head he's probably going to retire. So he's like, I don't care. Young team, whatever. I'm going to YOLO it. Seems like that's what he's doing. Because what is the thing with him and Ernie Clement? I will never understand. And what's worse is you're putting Ernie in there over Andres Jimenez, who's an all-star, by the way. Now, a lot of people could be like, "Crazy Dog." I mean, Andres has turned into Brandon Geyer. He's getting hit every few at-bats now. So every time you look, he's getting blunked. It's like, yeah, I'm sure he's probably a little sore. I could explain it, but, dude, Tito is so weird with this stuff, man. Like, and it's so funny. We'll have, let's say runners on first and second, nobody out. This actually happened today, by the way. First and second, nobody out. Bottom of the order comes up. Does he pinch hit for anybody? No. And by the way, our best pinch hitter is in Columbus again. I don't know why, but he put him in Columbus again. For some reason, So, that failed today. But let's talk about these games. What's up, Rudy? What's up, Eric? What's going on, guys? This team, it just... I can't get a good reading on them. I just can't. It's impossible for me to really get a good reading on if they're a good team or not. They're mediocre. I've said it before. I'm going to keep saying it. They're very mediocre. We have some good players, and we have some very bad ones. Now, if we had committed to Andres over Ernie, I would have told Ernie, listen, boy, you're a bum. Get out. Go to Columbus. You're heading to Columbus. Get out of here, scrub. Straight up, I would have said you're a scrub. Get out of here. Him and Owen Miller. My God. Josh Naylor was scratched, I think, like 2 straight days or something like that. 2 of the last 3 days. He was scratched 2 of the last 3 days. Josh Naylor was. Because of his back. And it's like, put him on the IL. Don't be doing this thing where you're, making us like, oh my God, is Naylor going to play today? Just put him on the injured list. Let him heal up over the All-Star break. This is the last homestand before the break. You would give him essentially 2 weeks to heal up before we get back to the main grind. That's what I'd do. I'd put him on the IL. Yeah, it would probably suck, but you put him on the IL. This is what you do, guys. Put him on the IL. Move Nolan to first, because he can play there. Move Nolan to first, and you bring, or like when you bring back Richie. Or if Oscar is ready to go, you put him there. That's what you do. Boom, problem solved. Would Tito do that? Probably not. No, he wouldn't do that. He would put Naylor on the IL, but he would have Owen Miller playing first base every day. And that dude is literally like an error machine. It's like every time Jose or Ahmed or Andres get a grounder and they're going to first, I'm praying myself. I'm like, please, Owen, please field this correctly. Please. And when he doesn't, I want to punch a hole in my wall. And no, there's no holes behind this flag either. I'm not that much of a lunatic. But, like, this team is bad. But yeah, first game of the series against Kansas City, I mean, we looked alright. I mean, we scored 3 runs, and I believe I streamed this game, so I'm not going to talk much about it. But Savale had one of his best outings of the year. 6 hits, only 1 run given up. Dude was masterclass worthy. But you know what? Eli Morgan came in and blew it. 2-run shot to Merrifield. When you're throwing changeups, you gotta make sure you locate. You can't be putting a changeup, which is essentially a nice juicy burger, right in the dude's freaking nitro zone. And that's exactly what he did. Yeah. And the thing is, too, that happened in the top of the 7th. Alright? This is how that inning went. So, we go to the 7th inning. Ramirez doubled. Okay, Reyes homered. Took a lead, 3-1. Looking good. Feeling good. Jimenez. Okay, and then at bottom of the 8th came up. And Morgan came in, gave up a single to Rivera because they brought in Mercado for some reason over Nolan Jones. I don't know why they do that. Tito being Tito as usual, making some weird decisions. I mean, Nolan literally was his first game as a pro. First game as a major leaguer. And you take him out for Oscar Mercado for some reason. I don't know why. They're acting like Oscar is some improved defender over Nolan. I would actually take Nolan's arm over Oscar. Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure. Unless it was Oscar Gonzalez. I'd be like, okay, I would do that, but not Oscar Mercado for Nolan. Hell no. So then, Nicky Lopez replaces Rivera. Next batter, Whit Merrifield 2-run shot. And that was 3-1 lead. That was that made it 3-3. Just like that. And then we go to the ninth inning and, Jimenez hit by a pitch. Mercado walked. Naylor singled. With 2 out. So it's like, okay, they're either going to do something or not. No, I'm sorry, there was only 1 out. So I'm thinking, all you got to do is put the ball in the outfield. Right? Put the ball in the outfield and you're all set. You score a run, take the lead. You're up 4-3. Emmanuel comes in there and hopefully locks it down. No, we can't even do that right. Especially when you got a bopper like Naylor at the plate. They actually pinch hit for Naylor, which is weird. They don't start him, but they'll pinch hit him. Okay, buddy. Straw grounded into a force like a scrub. Actually, no, I'm sorry, it was Straw and then Quan. Okay, so you had Straw at the plate, which even then, Straw should be able to get a fly ball out. A fly ball, scores a run. No, can't do it. Grounded into a force out. And then Owen Miller tried to come home, and he couldn't do that. Yeah, Miller tried to score, couldn't do it. Kind of reminiscent of what happened in Minnesota when we lost 1-0. And then Quan lines out as usual. We needed that in a batter before, but couldn't get it. 1 batter too late as usual. And then, bottom of the 9th comes up, and they get Pasquantino to double. And then Isbell struck out, and then that was it, because Taylor singled and scored the winning run. Overall, how did the guys do? I mean, good enough to win. Savale, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 6 Ks, 7 innings. Great stuff out of him. I mean, couldn't do enough on offense, though. Singer went 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 5 Ks, and 1 home run given up. So once again, 1 bad pitch, or 2 bad pitches hurt us. But it's the way baseball is, especially with Eli. Eli has been so, I don't know. He's been figured out. He needs to adjust. So we get into, final stuff. Barlow got the win. He could possibly be traded before the deadline. He's 3-2, 2.33 ERA. Hentges took his first loss. He's 2-1 with a 3.60 ERA. So how, now it's like, okay, how do they respond after getting walked off? Well, I'd say they were kind of pissed because these guys opened up a can of whoop ass on the freaking Royals. Now, again, I get it. You're facing a bum pitcher. You should do this against a bum pitcher. The game was over by the 4th inning. It was 11-0 by the 4th inning. By the time the Royals were coming to the plate, it was already 11-0. 2 runs in the first. Jose, RBI single. Reyes, RBI double. Look at Fram, getting hits, getting those low ball hits, he's not trying to hit everything out of the yard. Top of the 2nd, Quan was like that close to a home run. Ground rule double. Good stuff. 2-run score. And then Jose Ramirez, 2-run blast in almost a month. It took him almost a full month to homer again. That dude he hadn't homered since June 10th. Almost a full month between homers. Ironically, that was the last time he homered was right around, I think, the time when we were heading out west. Right before we went out west. So he finally hit a homer, and I think his thumb is feeling better. Just in time for the All-Star game, pretty much. And then top of the fourth, we would pile on some more. Andres Gimenez, RBI, 2-run single. And then Nolan Jones, he decides to hit a dong into the fountain, and I wasn't even streaming it. I had a hunch. Didn't I say something about he's going to hit a home run this series or something? I should have listened to myself. I told myself I'm not going to stream because I don't trust these guys. They go for 13 runs. 13 runs in the game I don't stream. The most runs they've scored this year. You know, bottom of the 7th, they scored a run. Whatever, who cares? It's 11-1. And then, top of the 9th, they had a position player pitching. Ahmed Rosario, stat pad. Solo shot off to left field. Now, Luke Maile was like that close. I said Quan was that close. Like, he was like that. Like, Rosario? Well, no, Luke Maile was like that close. It was on the top of the lower... for those who know Kauffman Stadium, it has like a lower wall. Which if you hit it off that, it's not a home run. Because then you have the main wall up top, which is about, 2, 3, not even another 2 feet, barely taller, barely, if that. I was like, this dude hit a home run off a freaking position player. No, Ahmed did. And then Luke Maile actually drew a walk. A bases loaded walk to score a run. You love to see it. You really do. And that was it for us. 13-1. And you would never guess who was pitching. You never guess. Tristan McKenzie was pitching again. And the crazy thing is, 2 of our largest run-scoring games were with him on the mound. Now, the last time we scored 11, he had his worst outing of the year. It seemed like. With this one, 6 innings, 3 hits. Did not allow a run. 5 walks, though. Ugh, gotta work on that. 4 Ks. Not bad. Not bad stuff out of Dr. Sticks. It's not on the level of Sunday Sticks, but it's very good outing out of him regardless. The dude had like a friggin', what was it? He had a 6-0 lead after 2 innings. Essentially, by the 4th inning, he was probably in cruise control. He was like, just don't hurt yourself. You know, and don't blow a freaking 11-0 lead. You'd be scolded forever if you did that. But yeah, McKenzie got the win. He's 6-6, 3.47 ERA, and he easily took the loss. He's 1-5 and 5.60 ERA. He also went on the injured list with, I think, like a shoulder thing, so that could explain why he was so bad. I mean, he was bad the last time we played him, but not like this. My God, we tormented him. Sheesh. And he went 1 1/3, 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 2 Ks and a home run. Now, you know who I'm really going to get after? The losers who struck out to Michael Taylor. Now you're probably like, crazy dog, who in their right mind would strike out against a position player? Well, we're going to find out now, shall we? We're going to find out. Ochai is better than Isaac Okoro? Based off what I'm seeing, yeah. Wow, Rudy G can't spell. Classic. Never seen him before on the channel, but okay, buddy. Let's see who the losers who struck out to the pitcher is. I mean, to the bat position player. Oh, no surprise, Franmil Reyes. Franmil Reyes struck out to a position player, bro. And of course, Oscar Merfrado. How bad was the strikes? Let's see. 2 called and a foul. Okay, so he didn't. So he just didn't really care too much, I guess. He just wasn't even swinging. And the pitches were up high, so I could understand it. He got fooled. Okay, not gonna get on him about that. How fast are the pitches going? Dude barely topped over 80 miles per hour against Mercado. He had a ball on a 76 mile per hour slider, a 78 mile per hour slider, a 79 mile per hour slider was called a strike. He fouled off a 78 mile per hour changeup, and then another slider was called strike. 66 miles per hour. That's an ephus. I mean, we're talking about a position player. But I heard, what was it, Jackie Bradley Jr. was out here pumping 90 miles per hour. Wow. Okay, buddy. Now, as for my guy, Franmil, how did he do? He struck out on 3 pitches as well. And where were the pitches at? Were they close? Oh, God. They were nowhere, yeah. They were on the outside. He got completely owned by a freaking position player hitting or pitching. That's tough. 71 mile per hour slider, 74 mile per hour slider, and a 78 mile per hour slider. Yeah, that's how you kill. That's how you get Franmil. Sliders. Yeah, that's how you get him. Sliders. That's his freaking kryptonite. He cannot hit a slider. Now, if it was fastballs, he would have mashed one. Now, you may be also wondering, okay, what about Ahmed? What pitch did he send to the moon? Well, let's see. He stared at a 67 mile per hour slider. That's pretty much all Taylor threw was sliders and a couple changeups. He fouled off a 68 mile per hour slider, and then he threw the exact same thing, pretty much a 68 mile per hour slider, and he tanked it into the left field. Same spot too. He tried to bite that same part of the plate twice, and Rosario's like, "Not today, Junior," or whatever. Yeah, not today, buddy. Tried to go too many times to the well. Nope. Ahmed was not going to let him, and especially because he was a leadoff hitter. So Taylor came in top of the ninth. Doink! Yeah, you like that, buddy? I had it. He's stat padding. Woo! He's hit 4 home runs on the year. Pretty crazy, you know? I mean, it must feel weird hitting a dong off a freaking position player. But hey, you know, we've had that happen to us. I know the Pirates, my God, a couple days ago they faced the Yankees. It seemed like every guy at the plate was hitting a dong off the position player that they had. Was it Josh Van Meter? But you're going to see a lot of those now because the pitching staffs are smaller. They reduced the size of pitchers, so you're going to see a lot of that in these kind of games. Teams are not going to wear out their pitching staffs like this early in a series like this, unless you have an off day after. Now we talk about the final game of the series, and whereas this game was one of the most fun games ever, today's game was the exact opposite. It was not fun at all. It was a battle of the Zacks on the mound. Play Zach against Greinke. And for some reason, we cannot hit against guys who throw kind of soft. Greinke came out here and was vintage Greinke. Again, Plezak, he tried, but he just couldn't do it. Plezak, 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, 5 Ks. He got a 3.89 ERA. It's not horrible. And then Greinke, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 5 Ks. We had chances to score. Couldn't do it. Just could not do it. It sucks. Going 1-6 on a road trip that had you going to two of the worst teams in the American League and the two basement dwellers in your division. I've said this team is mediocre and everything, but yeah, it's true. They are very mediocre. Very. And I saw a dude on YouTube, freaking another Guardians fan. He made a rant video. I could just tell like it was like a lot of these like rant videos. You could just tell they're not really genuine. Like it's like a show. Like I'm not. He has to like not be fake mad. But with me, when I get pissed, oh my god, it's genuine. It's absolute genuine. Like with that last rant I did, I was genuine. I was legit pissed. Because how do you go to Detroit and get swept by the damn Tigers? Like, come on, man. Plazak, Savale, bro, like, Quantrill, oh my god. Oh, god. Blech. Those three of them, they're trash. My god. And the worst thing is, though, Plazak has been playing so well. Like, he's been great. But the offense just does not want to score for him. Like, what did he do to deserve this? Like, damn. Is our offense low-key racist or something? You scored 13 for Tristan. Granted, it was against a bummy pitcher. But then you score 1 for Zach. They scored 3 runs or 4 runs the last couple outings for Zach. In fact, I think I took a picture of it. Hang on. I think I took a picture on the TV that I saw earlier today. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. Whenever I see a pretty interesting stat, I always take a picture of it so I can use it for later. Let me see if I can find it in here. Should be in here. I don't see why not. So many screenshots. Gotta love it. Oh, wait. Oh, it's Zach Greinke. Okay, I don't need that. Oh, here it is. Plazak. Runs of support this season. Okay? Get this. First 8 starts. 12 runs of support. Okay. Next 3. 11 runs of support. His last 4 starts. These are runs scored while Plazak is in the game. Not after he's out of the game. This is while he's actively pitching. Like, no reliever came in for him during this time. Last 4 starts, 3 runs. Well, I think now would be 4. Because at the time of this taken, I think this was bottom of the first. So, 4 runs of support. No, I'm sorry. No, we scored at the very end. So, it's still 3. 3 runs. And this last probably 5 games. He's 2-7. It's insane. Like, this is blasphemy. Bieber gets some run support. There was a time where it seemed like we were scoring 5+ runs for the guy every freaking time he was on the mound. Quantrill is just bad. He's had a rough stretch. Savale has been booty ever since, but I mean, the dude's coming off an injury, I guess. I mean, the dude literally had blood in his ass. Like, he had a pool of blood, like, in his ass or something like that. So he had to get that taken care of. But he's been alright. I mean, like I said, his last start against these guys, best start of the year, I think. But we still lose. Because of the damn bullpen. If we're going to do anything at the deadline, there are 3 things we need to do. Catcher that can hit. Relievers that don't suck. And they have term, because we like those kind of guys. And honestly, I'd go first baseman. And there's people on Twitter now saying, could the Guardians trade Fran Meal? Honestly, I would. I would not be shocked if they did that. I really would not. I would not be shocked if they traded him. Simply trade Franmil, move Nolan to first, and then you have Naylor as he can play more DH. You get him in the game more and he doesn't have to play the field. Or you can maybe not do that, and maybe you go the external route, and maybe you trade for a Josh Bell or a Trey Mancini. I like Trey, though. Josh Bell is essentially Franmil Reyes light, if that even makes any sense, because Josh is obviously older, but he's essentially the same thing. He's like a Walmart-ish version of Reyes. Although I don't know if he strikes out a lot. I mean, there was that last season a couple years ago when he was with Pittsburgh. The dude was going nuts. And then, what was it, 2019, I think it was, actually, yeah. Because the All-Star game was in Cleveland that year, I think. And he was in the All-Star Home Run Derby. And I know Steel Maiden made a video, or at the time he was called Steel Maiden, now he's Steel Sermon. He made a video saying he didn't want Bell to do it because it would ruin his swing. And he did it, and look what happened. He freaking fell off a cliff. But I wouldn't mind a Josh Bell or a Trey Mancini. Because I just want a first baseman who, when another infielder catches, fields the ball, I can trust him to get it. And I want relievers that, because our relievers are gassed, I think. Our relievers are just feeling the effects of being used so much early on because, again, due to the lockout and the short spring training, teams didn't really have a whole lot of time to use, get their pitchers warmed up. So they had pitchers essentially on a limit for like 5 innings, it seemed like, at the early part of the season. And bullpen's starting to feel it now. The bullpen's really starting to feel it. And our starters haven't really been able to do what guys like Corey Kluber and Cookie did back then. A couple years ago, going full 9 innings. I don't even remember the last time we had a complete game from our starter. Wasn't it Bieber a couple years ago? Might have been Bieber, but I think it was a rain delay that happened. And the thing is, too, I would go for a starter. I would go for a starter in the trade deadline. I would go for a starter, and maybe you move Quantrill back to the bullpen. Just to beef it up a little bit. Just to beef it up a little bit. Unless they just get rid of somebody like Plazak. I would go for a cheap option, just to beef up the bullpen. Right? Beef up the rotation. I don't know what they're gonna do, but what I saw today was not fun. Not fun at all. Especially when you get got by freaking Greinke. Plazak, 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, 5 Ks. Again, not very bad out of him. Good outing, I guess. And then Greinke, like I said, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 5 Ks. So, with that being said, what do we got on deck? What's up, Steel? I was just talking about you, buddy. Oh, yeah, I remember that for Bell. Yeah, he's been awful. I remember that, too. It was like, you were like, don't do it, Josh. Don't do the derby, Josh. Josh, don't do the derby. And you're like, oh, he's doing the derby. And then it ruined his swing. Been grinding these monthly awards for a few days now for the MLB. Hey, okay, I see you. But yeah, my day's been going all right. I mean, the Guardians pretty much ruined most of it, but at this point, I don't care about the Guardians that much. I mean, I knew they were mediocre from the beginning of the year. That end of the June, early July, that was a nice run. It had me thinking, oh my God, this team is actually doing something good. And then they fell off. And I was like, yeah, there they are. There's the Guardians we all know. The youngins that have not been in this situation before. They don't know how to react to it. Because, we wanted to be the youngest team in the major leagues for some reason. No veteran presence, really. We didn't even sign any placeholders. We just said, we'll go young this year. I don't know. I really don't know about this team. But I give them another year. Next year, we should be a much better team. Experience-wise and overall. It'll be fun. You know, especially when our elite pitchers start coming up through the farm. We have I think one of the best farm systems in the league right now. Every day I look on Twitter and there's a page that retweets and tweets out all these hits and stuff, and it's like every day you see guys hitting dingers, and I was like, my God. But I'm just happy to see Nolan Jones in the majors. I just wonder how long he's going to be up. I would personally, if I was Tito, I would look at Nolan in the face and I'd be like, Nolan, what's your current housing situation, Mr. Jones? He'd probably be like, well, I got the hotel at the minor league in Columbus. I'd be like, get yourself, a condo or something, because you're not going nowhere. You're staying right here with us, buddy. You're not going nowhere. Screw that. Screw that, buddy. You're going to be like the first one from Columbus. Really? Oh, what the heck? JD just hit a dinger off of Tyone. Wow. No shot, JD Martinez just hit a game-tying blast against Tyone. When I'm talking to Steel Sermon, that's tough. Oh my God. No shot. Let's talk about this White Sox series coming up for the Guardians. So, the White Sox have been playing kind of blah. Well, they've gotten a little bit better lately. I believe they played the Tigers. I don't know how they did in that series. But tomorrow, 7:10 p.m., I believe it will be Cal Quantrill going up against Lance Lynn. Yep, Lance Lynn against Cal Quantrill. Lance is 1-1 with a 5.33 ERA and 26 strikeouts. Cal is 4-5, 3.86 ERA, 55 Ks. It'd be nice to see Cal come out in front of the home crowd and have another great outing. He needs it. Bad. Just for a psyche. Against Lynn, Andres, who's an all-star, 6 at-bats, batting 2 for 6 with a dinger and an RBI. Austin Hedges, 17 at-bats, batting 118 with a dinger and an RBI. Jose Ramirez, as usual, 17 at-bats, 3.53 average, 3 dingers, 7 RBIs. You see that with almost every pitcher. He always has a home run against every pitcher like him, like Lynn, pretty much. And then Framber Reyes, 11 at-bats, 2.73 average, 4 RBIs. So I guess the guys that have really had a lot of at-bats are the ones that have essentially been able to get after Lynn. Now against Quantrill, only Gavin Sheets has a home run off of him. 6 at-bats, he's 2 for 6, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. And then Tim Anderson, 2 RBIs, batting 364 and 11 at-bats. And Jose Abreu, 9 at-bats, batting 111 with 1 RBI. So those are the only 3 guys who have had success against Quantrill, which is nice to see. And then after that, of course, I believe we got the Biebs. So, it's a doubleheader too. Biebs, I believe, will be going for game 1 of the series. Should be interesting to see how the Biebs does. I'm personally hoping the Biebs gives us a good outing, especially doubleheader. I believe it'll be the Biebs and Pilkington. So, of course, Pilkington's probably going to get rocked, so I'm expecting that. But, they have not announced who the first game will be. And then the second game, let's see if they've announced it yet. They have not announced that game either. ESPN, I believe, said it was going to be the Biebs, so I'll have to look at that just to be sure. Game 3, or game 4, I guess. This will be, where is it at? Here's 7:10, wow. So here's the final game of the series. It'll be Giolito against Savale. Gio is 5-5, 5.05 ERA, 97 Ks. Savale is 2-5, 6.28 ERA, 51 strikeouts. And Naylor and Ramirez have hit home runs off of Gio. Ramirez, 28 at-bats, 2.86 average, a homer, 3 RBIs. Naylor, 1 RBI and 9 at-bats. He's, 6 for 9? No, 3 for 9. 3 for 9 against him. 1 homer, 1 at-bat. So, 1 RBI, excuse me. And then Fran Mule, 0 for 13. Fran Meal is 0 for 13 against Gio. My God, bro. But he has an RBI. But damn, 0 for 13? Is he going to get a hit? I mean, Andres is 0 for 7. But damn, bro. Sheesh. Wonder how many of those were fly balls, and I wonder how many of them were just straight up strikeouts. I'm curious now. Now against Savale, Tim Anderson, 17 at-bats, 412 average, 3 homers, 5 RBIs. Jose Abreu, 4 RBIs, 15 at-bats, 133 average. And Eloy Jimenez is back, 10 at-bats, batting 500, of course. 2 homers, 3 RBIs. Yohan Moncada, 2 RBIs, batting 400, 15 at-bats. And Luis Robert, 1 homer, 2 RBIs, batting 455 and 11 at-bats. And that is it. Yeah, that's it for all the success. So essentially their main core guys have all had success against Savale. That's no surprise. And then I believe after that, yep, we have Detroit. So, yeah, nice. Now let's see what ESPN has to say. Full thing going on here. Okay. I'm having lag. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up here in a second. Come on, ESPN, load up. There we go. Okay, buddy. Okay, hang on. Alright, guys, so... Well, ESPN's being a Dickens right now, so I think I'm just going to hold off. Whatever, it's lagging like crazy, so... I'm going to wrap this up, guys. I'm probably going to do at least 2 of these games. I'm doing the Bieber start, if he starts. It said he says he was supposed to start on the first game. But I will be doing at least 1 of the games. So hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's at least take a split. I'll take a split. Usually I'd be like, oh, that's sweep. I'll take 3 or 4. No, I'll take a split. Just take a split. That's all I care about. Just win 2 or 4. And then you have a final series coming up against Detroit before the All-Star break. Just take a split, please. Anything like that, I'll be fine with. Whatever. If we take 3 or 4, we lit. We're not sweeping. That's for damn sure. Not the way we're playing unless we come out. Maybe we're doing this so we can come out. Let reverse what we just did heading into these 2 series. You know, went out west, won 7-2, came home, sucked. Maybe this time we were like, let's try the reverse. Suck on the road and then go crazy at home heading into the break. That would be nice. But this past road trip was horrendous. Let's get back on the winning side of things, all right? So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. I'll see you tomorrow for 1 of the games. I don't know which one. I guess we'll see. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right? Crazy Dog